say, back in those days, say today we see the world in turmoil. Back in those days, also, did you face challenges or challenging situations like today, or how was it? It was peaceful time at that time.
Oh, well, of course, in the world, there's always something going on somewhere. In fact, there are problems going on in the world that rarely get reported because, let's face it, they go on for so long that they're really not news anymore after a while. And the news business tends to go to what is going to get people's attention and make them think, oh, this is interesting. But it gets harder to do when you're just flogging the same news horse day after day after day. So to answer your question about the challenges, I would say not in the sense where we couldn't do our work. We were very skilled at doing our work. But of course, it's a people business. I also worked as a reporter for a long time. And what interested me most, this will interest you, I think, is that when I started my journalism career, it was in the late 70's. And all I had was a pad and a pen. And I'd go to someone and say, hey, I'm a reporter with blah, blah, blah. I'm doing an article on so-and-so. Can I just ask you a few questions for your opinion? They'd say, okay. And it was like that. And sometimes they'd let me take their headshot. And then you'd run all these headshots. And this is what people are thinking about, whatever. And I thought that was wonderful, that such trust existed at the time, that in a sense, I had a pathway into the hearts and minds of so-called ordinary people. I think it's harder today. As you know, the challenges today is that, let's face it, the mobile revolution has given everybody the power to be a broadcaster or a writer. And the audiences out there can't necessarily tell the difference between who is the competent, reliable, trustworthy professional journalist and who is the person with a phone who's just delivering their opinion out there. Let's face it, everybody has opinions. But it takes someone who knows how to sift what's irrelevant from what really matters when you're dealing with major events. And that's what's sad. It also makes me sad that, I started in newspapers. Newspapers are barely alive right now. Many have disappeared. Well, maybe I shouldn't say disappeared, but they've transitioned into becoming internet-only publications. It's not the same thing to some degree as when you're sitting and you hear that thump of a newspaper arriving at your door and you figure, the paper's here, and you go pick it up and you look through it and you get what's called accidental knowledge. As you flip through the paper, you say, there's something